Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So last week we analyzed over 20 pairs using the fxalexg set and forget strategy, and we took some trades this week. So let us see how they played out. So coming over to my screen right now, you can see that the very first pair we took this week, I also called it in my Telegram right here, right, is EURGBP, right? So basically what we were seeing last week was weekly time frame was bullish, right? So weekly time frame was bullish, and we had a retracement, right? And at the retracement we had an engulfing candlestick on the weekly time frame, and then we had a doji rejection candlestick from weekly time frame, right? So daily time frame, we also had price had a minor area of interest right here. So we had one rejection, 2, 3, and low-key 4 rejection, right? So but the 4-hour time frame was the cleanest to me, and that is one of the major reasons I actually took the trade, right? So I was actually waiting for either a break and retest above this level to buy, or a break below this level to sell. So we got one, which was the break and retest above this level to buy, and that's why we took the trade. So let's go over to the 4-hour and let me show you what I saw. Right now on the 4-hour time frame, you can look at the area of interest right here, which is this one, had major support and resistance levels right here. You can see anytime we are under this level, we are rejecting down. Anytime we are above, we are rejecting up, right? So that's why we wanted to be above to buy this market, right? And if you come a little bit closer, you can see that we had a inverse left head right shoulder, right? So this is it right here, left head, right, and right shoulder. So we're just waiting for the break and the retest to buy this market, right? So and we entered on the 1-hour time frame, which is the entry time frame. So we are just waiting for the retracement to buy. So let's go over to the 1-hour time frame. As you can see right here, on the 1-hour time frame, at the time the market was looking more like this. So we had the clean break and the retracements. We now look for engulfing candlesticks, just like this one right here, to buy. So we enter on the next candle after the engulfing, and then we decided to set and forget till we took profit. So the market started going crazy at first. We had a bearish engulfing candlestick that engulfed over 24 hours of price action, right? So this candlestick engulfed this candle, and all these candles right here. So that was not a good sign. But of course, as fxalexg will always say, if you're in doubt, set and forget, right? So that's what we did. We set and forget, and eventually we took profit at 1:2 risk to reward ratio. The trade actually went all the way to around 1:2.43 or 1:2.49 risk to reward ratio, right? So we just took our profit at 1:2. So this week we actually won one trade, and we actually won one trade and we lost one trade, right? We took two trades this week. The next trade that we took was AUDUSD. Basically wanted to continue this bullish momentum that's already been happening in the market right here, right? So we had a clean enough area of interest. As you can see, anytime we are below, we are rejecting down. Anytime we are above, we are rejecting up. So for us to buy this market, we need to be above area of interest to buy, right? Then on the 1-hour time frame, which is where we took the trade, right, we are simply just waiting for a clean enough break and retest to buy this market. So we are just waiting for market to break and retest, and then we are looking for engulfing. We didn't really get any engulfing here until we got this engulfing right here. So we entered this market right here, and then we are targeting a 1:2 risk to reward ratio. Price started very good, and then it just shifted structure totally with a crazy news that happened, right? There's a news that happened on, let's see which day, on Tuesday in the morning, right? So that's how we lost that trade, right? So those were the two major pairs we took last week, but we analyzed a lot of pairs last week too as well. So we analyzed CAD/JPY, Euro, and all these ones all the way to Euro USD. So let us see what we saw last week. So on CAD/JPY, basically what we're looking for was for price to break and retest above this area for us to buy, right? So to me, I just needed a very clean break and retest. If you look on this time frame right here, you can see, let me come a little bit closer. You can see that we have a minor support and resistance area right here. It's cleaner on the 4-hour time frame, but let's just glance through what I was just looking to see this week, right? So we missed this trade. We are looking for a break and retest. So we had a break, and at the retest we just shifted structure bearish again. So we had to wait for a cleaner break and retest. That's why I drew this line right here, so that if price break above, we can have a retracement for us to buy this market. But price had a break and never retraced. for us to buy. There's actually an entry on this market. The only reason I did not enter is mostly because we're still under area of interest, right? So if you look at this market very well, it shifted bearish, so we needed it to shift bullish before we enter, right? So it shifted bullish here again. Then we'll simply supposed to wait for a retracement and an engulfing, which is right here, stop loss below here for us to buy, right? But it was still under area of interest. That is the reason we did not take that trade, and that's how we missed this 1:2 point. Let's see. That's how we missed this trade. This trade was supposed to look more like this. So this was a 1:3 risk to reward ratio, right? So this was a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. We did not take that trade, right? GBP USD, another pairs that we called last week, right? What was we were looking for a break and retest above here. Never happened. Never took any trade. AUD CHF, we are looking. All right, so let's go to a closer time frame. On AUD CHF, I was actually paying attention to that market this week, right? So I was basically waiting for a break and retest below this area right here, right, to sell, right? Price never really broke, so we never really took any trade on AUD CHF. GBP CHF, we are waiting for a break and retest above here to buy. As you can see, it's cleaner on the 4-hour time frame. Let me come a little bit closer. So we're waiting for a break and retest to buy because market was bullish. We just wanted to trade the retracement. So we never really got any break and retest. So we never really bought the market, right? USD card, we're waiting for a break and retest below here to sell. Never really did it. Never really took any trade. And Euro USD, we're waiting for a break and retest under here to sell. So price never did any of that. At the ending of the week, I actually called GBP USD AUD USD. I didn't really call it like an official trade because it was just a random trade actually. So this was how the trade was looking. I just mentioned it. I didn't really call it, right? So if you didn't take the trade, I will understand why, right? Plus we didn't really cover it as one of the pairs for the week, so I knew I was breaking my rules by calling AUD USD, but I just knew that it looks very good for buys. So that was how the trade was looking, and I decided to hold the NFP like I mentioned here, planning to hold the NFP Friday, right? So I decided to hold, and then NFP went bullish, and then we ate from the market. That's pretty much the pairs. Last week I didn't upload the recap because we took 3 trades. We lost 2 of them and then we won 1. So it was basically a break-even week, right? So and situation did not really allow me to create that video. So that's pretty much it. We are going to be covering all the 20 pairs again for next week, right? Let us see what we have for next week markets using the fxalexg set and forget strategy. So that's pretty much it, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free, and I'll see you guys on the Sunday trades. I'll see you guys on the Sunday swings.